So I'm sitting here with George Ergatoudis, who is the head of music at Radio 1. Hello, George, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Jameela. Yeah, good.
Thank you for being here. Now, as you are the head of music, I feel like you're the perfect person to discuss the official charts with me. I was wondering why you think the official charts are still so relevant to the Radio 1 audience.
Well, the chart at the moment, over the last few years, as sales have gone digital, has really enjoyed a renaissance, I would argue, where sales figures have become enormous again, in fact. So if you look at the total volume of single tracks that are sold in any particular week in the top 40, they're back up to kind of a peak of the early 90s. So there's still, phenomenal interest at a public level in terms of engaging with single track sales of the top 40, the biggest hits in the country in any week. So I'd say they're very, very relevant. One of the main reasons that I still think the official chart, is still really meaningful is that it only measures sales. And the point is, at the end of the day, there's many different ways you can get hold of music, whether you're not paying for it, streaming it on YouTube, but basically getting it for free. But the fact is, if you still are willing to pay a bit of money, £1 or whatever, close to £1 for a track, you must love it enough to actually make that purchase. So you're engaging with the chart, a real measure of people's love for music that's around at any point in time. So it's really important still.
So I'm sitting with Martin, who is the MD of the official charts company. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. All right, so talk to me about singles. What shape would you say the singles market is in at the moment?
The singles market's in fantastic shape. More singles being sold than ever before. Last year, almost 190 million singles in the UK. And when you think that, 5-6 years ago, it was less than a quarter of that. And that's because downloading has just exploded. More people are buying downloads than ever have before because they're cheaper, because they're really easy to buy, because you can buy them on your phone and your laptop and your iPad.
You can listen to stuff en masse for the first time.
Yeah, completely.
Why do you think the official chart is so important to the music industry?
It's important because it's official. There are so many ways you can judge how successful an act is, how important or popular a piece of music is. But it's important to the music industry that there is a central source, a central kind of list, which basically is the definitive kind of countdown of the most popular music in the country at any given point. That's been the case for 60 years now, and it continues to be the case even to this date.
So where do you see the chart going?
That's a very good question as well. I mean, it's really difficult to know in that this time 10 years ago, we didn't know that downloading was going to be as big as it is. So in 10 years' time, what's going to happen? We're starting to collect streaming information. That's not going into the chart at the moment, but that's a possibility. And aside from that, I mean, how will we be consuming music in 10 years' time? It's kind of hard to know how things will develop beyond streaming. Will we have music piped directly into our ears?
So there you have it, your lifelong questions have been answered. Once the information's been collated, it all gets emailed over to Radio 1 at 12 o'clock. However, if you want to know what happens after that, how we actually get to you at 4 o'clock, you're going to have to tune in next week.